Hello there. In this lesson, you'll be learning two other aspects of word problem. That is, changing from numerical expression to word statement, as well as solving problems involving equation. Now, when we say expressing from numerical expression to word problem, it simply means translating a mathematical expression into a grammatical expression. Let's take a look at the first example. Now, in this example, as you can see, 2 plus 7 can be written as the sum of 2 and 7. Ordinarily, the layman pronounces it as 2 plus 7. That is not wrong, but it is better if you put it as the sum of 2 and 7. Or you can also write it as add 2 to 7, or we can also say add 7 to 2. There are other ways that this particular numerical expression can be translated, so I need you to think and provide me your own answer. Another illustration is 9 minus 5. 9 minus 5 can be written in word statement as the positive difference between 9 and 5. The layman can just pronounce it as 9 minus 5. That is not also wrong, but here we prefer to express it as the positive difference between 9 and 5. Or you can simply say from 9 subtract 5. From 9 subtract 5. So can you think of another way you can express this expression? Now let's take a look at a more complex example. Like in this very example, it says express the bracket of 9 plus 14 minus 8 all divided by 3 in words. As you can see, this is a bit complex. Now, the best way to solve this type or to answer this type of question is to break it down. So when you break the expression down, you have something like 1/3 of the bracket of 9 plus 14 minus 8. 1/3 in words means 1/3. The bracket of 9 plus 14 in words means the sum of 9 and 14. Then if we combine the bracket of 9 plus 14 with minus 8, that gives us the expression the positive difference between the sum of 9 and 14 and the number 8. The positive difference between the sum of 9 and 14 and the number 8. Now, the next thing we are going to do is to combine everything together so that we have a simple expression. Now, when we combine all the various statements we have written down, we have the bracket of 9 plus 14 minus 8 all divided by 3 to be 1/3 of the positive difference between the sum of 9 and 14 and the number 8. I repeat, 1/3 of the positive difference between the sum of 9 and 14 and the number 8. I need you to try this particular one. It says express this in words. Bracket 5 times 11 plus 9 all over 4. Now, here I'm going to be teaching you how to solve problems involving equation. Problems involving equation. Now let's take the first example here. It says the product of a certain number and 5 is equal to twice the number and subtracted from 21. Find the number. So the first thing you are going to do is to attribute a letter to the unknown number. by saying, let the number be n. Let the number be n. Then if you take the first statement in that very example, which says product of the number and 5, this simply means we are going to have 5 times n, which will give us 5n. 5 times n, which will give us 5n. Then we go back to that question and take the second statement. The second statement says twice the number subtracted from 21. Twice the number subtracted from 21. So this will simply give us 21 minus 2n. 21 minus 2n. Now we are going to equate statement 1 with statement 2 to form a complete equation. And when we do that, we have from statement 1, 5n is equal to 21 minus 2n from statement 2. Then the next step is to collect like terms. And when we collect like terms, we have 5n plus 2n is equal to 21. 5n plus 2n is equal to 21. 5n plus 2n will give us 7n. So this gives us 7n is equal to 21. Then the next step is to divide both sides of the equation by 7. So we have 7n divided by 7, that will give us n. Then 21 divided by 7, that will give us 3. So n is equal to 3, meaning that the number is 3. The number is 3. So the next example we are looking at here is a bit complex, and it says the sum of two numbers is 22. The sum of 3 over 4 of one of the numbers and 1 over 5 of the other number is 11. Find the two numbers. Normally, you solve this question using simultaneous equation, but in this very example, we are going to solve it without using any of the simultaneous equation techniques. So in order to achieve that, all we need to do is to look at the first sentence that says the sum of the two numbers is 22. So if the first number is y, it means that the second number is 22 minus y, because the sum of both numbers is 22. So if the first one is y, then the second one must be 22 minus y. From statement 2, we have 3 over 4 of y plus 1 over 5 of 22 minus y equals to 11. So of in mathematics means times. So that gives us 3y over 4 plus 22 minus y in bracket all over 5 is equal to 11. Then the next thing we are going to do is to look for the LCM of the denominators. That is the LCM of 4 and 5, which will give us 20. So we'll now use this LCM to multiply each term in the equation. So we have 20 times 3y over 4 plus 20 times 22 minus y all over 5 is equals to 20 times 11. Then we cancel out the common factors. So when we cancel out the common factors, we have 5 times 3y plus 4 in the bracket of 22 minus y equals to 220. When we open bracket, we have 15y plus 88 minus 4y equals to 220. The next step is to collect like terms, and that gives us 15y minus 4y equals to 220 minus 88. 15y minus 4y will give us 11y. 220 minus 88 will give us 132. So we have 11y is equals to 132. Next step is to divide both sides by 11. So 11y divided by 11 will give us y. 132 divided by 11, that will give us 12. So we have y is equal to 12. So this simply means that the first number is equal to 12. To obtain the second number, we make use of the equation for the second number, which is 22 minus y, and that means 22 minus 12, which will give us 10. So the numbers are 12 and 10. So I need you to try this particular question to show how much you understand the topic. It says 4 times a certain number is equal to the number subtracted from 40. Find the number. Find the number.